Hey dudes, what's up? It's I'm Assassin. So today I wanted to do a review on Sword Art Online Original Scale. Now I went to go see this movie in theaters, in a legit theater that was horribly expensive, but the theater was amazing. It sounded amazing. The screen was beautiful. Oh, it was so good. Now, Sword Art Online, if you don't know, is an anime, which means it's basically, in American standpoints, a cartoon from Japan. Basically it. So, forewarned, if you go see this movie in theaters, you will have to read subtitles. It is not in English, which made the person I went with fall asleep because they were not going to read anything. So that was funny. And I had to poke him a few times because it kept snoring. Oh well. Now, Sword Art Online is an anime originally in season 1 anyways, was about this kid, Kirito, went into a virtual reality world called Sword Art Online. And in this game, this virtual reality game, he was trapped. And it was basically the whole thing of if you die in the game, you die in real life. So he had to try to beat the game to escape. Now, the same thing goes the rest of that season until they go to a fairy world. And then in season 2, they go to a gun world and then back to the fairy world. And then you come to the movie. Now, the movie is an AR game where it's augmented reality, where the real life is augmented. Like the real world is warped. And basically, the whole storyline is Kirito doesn't really like the AR games. He's not really a fan. He'd rather do VR any day. But his girlfriend, Asuna, is totally in love with AR. And she's amazing at it. But then, all of a sudden, she loses her memories. And it's up to Kirito and his friends to save everyone. Because the memories are being wiped from people that have survived the original season 1 Sword Art Online. So the rest of the movie goes on to where he's trying to save everyone. Because he's the main character and the main hero, right? Now, this movie, once again, is Japanese. So you can miss some things if you're not fast enough to read it, but really, you can still get the whole storyline if you read at a normal level. It is, I don't know if it was the screen or the movie itself, but it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like, I believe it was probably more the screen. The screen was so beautiful. Like, the first scene is, I think, the stars, and it was just so pretty. It was very pretty. Now, this game has a lot of action. And that's kind of the whole point of Sword Art Online. That's why a lot of people like it. But with the Sword Art Online thing, you either hate it or you love it. I'm kind of in the gray area where, like, I kind of hate when they go to the fairy world, but everything else I love. So, and it's whatever. So, the main villain of this movie really kind of tugs at your heartstrings. It kind of, you can see where he's coming from and see that he just wants his life back, kind of. He just wants his life back, and he kind of doesn't care how he gets it back. And he's kind of a broken man. And it's kind of the whole thing of, you shouldn't have done that. Even if you are a broken man, there's a lot of things you could have done to help that instead of do the thing you're gonna do. Because I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah, it was kind of one of those things. It was kind of like season 1 to where, like, why? Why are you doing this? Was this necessary? Did you have to do this? Whatever. So, now, you do see some of the other characters from season 1, season 2. Like, Shinan is one of my favorite characters in the whole Sword Art Online franchise. She is from season 2, the main girl in season 2, like the second character. And she does get some scenes in the movie. She has this whole scene with Kirito where they fight, which was really nice to see because they really gave her the shaft at the end of season 2, which I kind of hated. Now, at the end of this movie, it does say Sword Art Online will return, which basically confirms season 3, which is where they go into the underworld, I think. I think so. Yeah. So, I would give this movie probably like a B+ or an A-. Now, if you watch any of my other reviews, you might think that I'm like kind of being like really good to these movies, but that's also why I call it Sucky Reviews, because I suck at reviewing. Mostly because I like everything and it takes a really hard time to make me hate something. But this movie is actually really good. At the ending, I cried just because they brought back a girl from season 2, the end of season 2, Riku, I believe, or Yui. They brought her back. Not fully back, but like in a really heartfelt moment with Asuna, which is really nice to see. They called back to season 1, they called back to season 2, which was really nice also. They brought a lot of the characters back, especially in the last fight scene. They brought a lot of back from season 1 and season 2, which was really nice to see, of course, being a fan of Sword Art Online and watching it through this whole time. So going to the movie and seeing these was really nice. Seeing the callbacks, anyways. Now, there's a lot of course, questionable things about the movie, just like the anime, just like season 1 and season 2. You either hate or you love it. I love this movie a lot more than the show, not going to lie to you. This movie was so much better than the show. I really liked it. It was really nice, really tugged at my heartstrings, but it wouldn't have tugged at my heartstrings as much if I didn't watch the show. So you definitely have to watch the show to kind of more enjoy the movie. You definitely don't need it, but the movie definitely will be helped if you watch the rest of the show before you watch the movie. So I definitely would go check this out. Just make sure you do watch Sword Art Online season 1, season 2, just because it does affect it. It does help out. You don't necessarily have to, but it's definitely recommended by me and probably by anybody that likes Sword Art Online and likes the movie. Now, the main villain, anyways, interesting. There's Yuna, which is that girl, if you see any trailers, that sings. She was interesting. It's just all, like, interesting. Like, it makes, this whole movie kind of brings in the question, like, what would you rather have, VR or AR, even with all these, like, problems? And I was like, VR, because AR, you kind of have to, like, be able to, like, run and exercise and shit, to be able to play these games, like the sword games. Like, you actually have to be able to dodge. So, I rather do VR because none of your physical abilities really matter in the long run in VR. You kind of just level up your physical abilities anyways. So, that's good. Anyways, you definitely should go check this out. Definitely comment down below what you thought of this movie. If you went to go see it, if you're just gonna wait for it, if you even watched Sword Art Online. And yeah, hope you did enjoy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button with your post blast to become part of the AU Avengers Unlimited. And hit that like button with your master sword. Now, I actually have a snow day today, so that's why I recorded like 4 videos today. So I'll edit those, get them up at some point. And yeah, so I'm not technically not full-heartedly, I've always been full-heartedly in it, but I'm not full back yet, just because I do have school and it's, it takes a lot of time to actually keep up with that shit. So yeah. Anyways, see you dudes later. Bye!